Helena Bonham Carter CBE is a British actress. She made her name as an actress in a television adaptation of K.M. Peyton's A Pattern of Roses, before her film debut as the titular character in Lady Jane. She is known for her roles in films such as A Room with a View, Fight Club, The King's Speech, and playing Bellatrix Lestrange in the Harry Potter series. She has frequently collaborated with director Tim Burton, in films Planet of the Apes, Big Fish, Corpse Bride, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street, Alice in Wonderland, and Dark Shadows. In 2012, she played Miss Havisham in Great Expectations and Madame Thénardier in Les Miserables, and in 2015 the fairy godmother in Cinderella. A two-time Academy Award nominee for her performances as Kate Croy in The Wings of the Dove and as Queen Elizabeth the Queen Mother in The King's Speech. Bonham Carter's acting has been further recognized with 7 Golden Globe nominations, an International Emmy Award for Best Actress, 3 Primetime Emmy Award nominations, a BAFTA Award, and a Screen Actors Guild Award. She was made a Commander of the Order of the British Empire in the 2012 New Year Honours List for services to drama, and received the honour from the Queen at Buckingham Palace on the 22nd of February 2012. In January 2014, the British Prime Minister, David Cameron, announced that Bonham Carter had been appointed to Britain's new National Holocaust Commission. Early life. Bonham Carter was born in Islington, London. Her mother, Helena, is a psychotherapist who is of mostly Jewish background, and whose own parents were diplomat Eduardo Proper de Callejon and Baroness Eileen Fold Springer. Her father, Raymond Bonham Carter, who came from a prominent British political family, was a merchant banker and served as the alternative British director representing the Bank of England at the International Monetary Fund in Washington, D.C., during the 1960s. Her paternal grandmother was politician Violet, Lady Asquith, daughter of H. Asquith, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom during the first half of World War I. Bonham Carter is the youngest of 3 children, with 2 brothers, Edward and Thomas. She was educated at South Hampstead High School, and completed her A-levels at Westminster School. Bonham Carter was denied admission to King's College, Cambridge, not because of her academic performance, but because college officials were afraid that she would leave during the course to pursue her acting career. When Bonham Carter was 5, her mother had a serious nervous breakdown, from which it took her 3 years to recover. Upon her recovery, her experience in therapy led her to become a psychotherapist herself. Bonham Carter now pays her to read her scripts and deliver her opinion of the characters' psychological motivations. 5 years after her mother's recovery, her father was diagnosed with acoustic neuroma. He suffered complications during an operation to remove the tumor, which led to a stroke that left him half paralyzed and using a wheelchair. With her brothers at college, Bonham Carter was left to help her mother cope. She would later study her father's movements and mannerisms for her role in The Theory of Flight. He died in January 2004. Career. Early career. Bonham Carter, who has no formal acting training, entered the field winning a national writing contest and used the money to pay for her entry into the Actors Spotlight directory. She made her professional acting debut at the age of 16 in a television commercial. She also had a part in a minor TV film, A Pattern of Roses. Her first lead film role was as Lady Jane Grey in Lady Jane, which was given mixed reviews by critics. Her breakthrough role was Lucy Honeychurch in A Room with a View, which was filmed after Lady Jane, but released beforehand. Bonham Carter also appeared in episodes of Miami Vice as Don Johnson's love interest during the 1986-87 season, and then, in 1987 opposite Dirk Bogarde in The Vision, Stuart Granger in A Hazard of Hearts and John Gielgud in Getting It Right. Bonham Carter was originally cast in the role of Bess McNeil in Breaking the Waves. but backed out during production due to the character's painful psychic and physical exposure, according to Roger Ebert. The role went to Emily Watson, who was nominated for an Academy Award for her performance. In 1994, Bonham Carter appeared in a dream sequence during the second series of the British sitcom Absolutely Fabulous, as Adina Monsoon's daughter Saffron, who was normally played by Julia Sawalha. Throughout the series, references were made to Saffron's resemblance to Bonham Carter. Her early films led to her being typecast as a corset queen, and English Rose, playing pre- and early 20th century characters, particularly in Merchant Ivory films. She played Olivia in Trevor Nunn's film version of Twelfth Night in 1996. One of the high points of her early career was her performance as the scheming Kate Croy in the 1997 film adaptation of The Wings of the Dove, which was highly acclaimed internationally and netted her first Golden Globe and Academy Award nominations. She has since expanded her range, with her more recent films being Fight Club, Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, and her then-partner Tim Burton's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Corpse Bride, Big Fish, Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street, and Alice in Wonderland. Later career: Bonham Carter speaks French fluently, starring in a 1996 French film Portraits Chinois. In August 2001, she was featured in Maxim. She played her second Queen of England when she was cast as Anne Boleyn in the ITV1 miniseries Henry VIII. However, her role was restricted, as she was pregnant with her first child at the time of filming. Bonham Carter was a member of the 2006 Cannes Film Festival jury that unanimously selected The Wind That Shakes the Barley as Best Film. In May 2006, Bonham Carter launched her own fashion line, The Pantaloonies, with swimwear designer Samantha Sage. Their first collection, called Bloomers, is a Victorian-style selection of camisoles, mob caps, and bloomers. The duo are now working on Pantaloonies customized jeans, which Bonham Carter describes as a kind of scrapbook on the bum. Bonham Carter played Bellatrix Lestrange in the final 4 Harry Potter films. While filming Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, she accidentally ruptured the eardrum of Matthew Lewis when she stuck her wand in his ear. Bonham Carter received positive reviews as Bellatrix, described as a shining but underused talent. She played Mrs. Lovett, Sweeney Todd's amorous accomplice in the film adaptation of Stephen Sondheim's Broadway musical, Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street, directed by Tim Burton. Bonham Carter received a nomination for the Golden Globe for Best Actress for her performance. She won the Best Actress award in the 2007 Evening Standard British Film Awards for her performances in Sweeney Todd and Conversations with Other Women, along with another Best Actress award at the 2009 Empire Awards. Bonham Carter also appeared in the fourth Terminator film entitled Terminator Salvation, playing a small but pivotal role. Bonham Carter joined the cast of Tim Burton's 2010 film Alice in Wonderland as the Red Queen. She appears alongside Johnny Depp, Anne Hathaway, Mia Wasikowska, Crispin Glover, and Harry Potter co-star Alan Rickman. Her role was an amalgamation of the Queen of Hearts and the Red Queen. In early 2009, Bonham Carter was named one of the Times' top 10 British actresses of all time. She appeared on the list with fellow actresses Julie Andrews, Helen Mirren, Maggie Smith, Judi Dench, and Audrey Hepburn. In 2010, Bonham Carter played Lady Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon in the film The King's Speech. As of January 2011, she had received numerous plaudits for her performance, including nominations for the BAFTA Award for Best Actress in a Supporting Role and the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. She won her first BAFTA award, but lost the Academy Award to Melissa Leo for The Fighter. Bonham Carter signed to play author Enid Blyton in the BBC4 television biopic, Enid. It was the first depiction of Blyton's life on the screen, and Bonham Carter starred with Matthew McFadden and Dennis Lawson. She received her first television BAFTA nomination for Best Actress for Enid. In 2010, she starred with Freddie Highmore in the Nigel Slater biopic Toast, which was filmed in the West Midlands and received a gala at the 2011 Berlin International Film Festival. She received the Britannia Award for British Artist of the Year from BAFTA LA in November 2011. In 2012, Bonham Carter appeared as Miss Havisham in Mike Newell's adaptation of the Charles Dickens novel Great Expectations. In April 2012, she appeared in Rufus Wainwright's music video for his single, Out of the Game, featured on the album of the same name. Bonham Carter co-starred in a film adaptation of the musical Les Miserables, released in 2012. She played the role of Madame Thénardier. On 17 May 2012, it was announced that Bonham Carter would be appearing in the 2013 adaptation of Reef Larson's book The Selected Works of T.S. Spivet, entitled The Young and Prodigious Spivet. Her casting was announced alongside that of Kathy Bates, Kyle Catlett and Callum Keith Rennie, with Jean-Pierre Jeunet directing. She also appeared in a short film directed by Roman Polanski for the clothing brand Prada. The short was entitled Day Therapy, and she appeared as a therapy patient to Ben Kingsley's therapist. In 2013, she played Red Harrington, a peg-leg brothel madam, who assists Reed and Tonto in locating Cavendish, in the movie The Lone Ranger. Also that year, Bonham Carter narrated poetry for the Love Book app, an interactive anthology of love literature developed by Ali Burnett-Ree. Also in 2013, Bonham Carter appeared as Elizabeth Taylor, alongside Dominic West as Richard Burton, in BBC4's Burton and Taylor, which premiered at the 2013 Hamptons International Film Festival. She played the fairy godmother in the 2015 live-action reimagining of Walt Disney's Cinderella. Personal life. In 1994, Bonham Carter reportedly began a relationship with Kenneth Branagh whilst he was still married to Emma Thompson. After 5 years together, the relationship came to an end in 1999. In 2001, Bonham Carter began a relationship with American director Tim Burton, whom she met while filming Planet of the Apes. Burton subsequently took to casting her in his films, including Big Fish, Corpse Bride, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street, Alice in Wonderland and Dark Shadows. Bonham Carter and Burton lived in two adjoining houses in Belsize Park, London. Bonham Carter owned one of the houses, Burton later purchased the other, and they connected the two. In 2006, they bought the Mill House in Sutton Courtenay, England. Bonham Carter and Burton have 2 children together, son Billy Raymond Burton and daughter Nell Burton. Bonham Carter has stated that her daughter Nell is named after all the Helens in her family. Bonham Carter told the Daily Telegraph and several other interviewers of her struggles with infertility and the difficulties she had during her pregnancies. She noted that before the conception of her daughter, she and Burton had been trying for a baby for 2 years, and although they conceived naturally, they were considering IVF. On 23 December 2014, Bonham Carter and Burton announced that they had separated amicably. Earlier that year, in August 2008, 4 of her relatives were killed in a safari bus crash in South Africa, and she was given indefinite leave from filming Terminator Salvation, returning later to complete filming. In early October 2008, it was reported that Bonham Carter had become a patron of the charity Action-Duchenne, the national charity established to support parents and sufferers of Duchenne muscular dystrophy. In August 2014, Bonham Carter was one of 200 public figures who were signatories to a letter to The Guardian opposing Scottish independence in the run-up to September's referendum on that issue. In the media, Bonham Carter is known for her unconventional and eccentric sense of fashion. which has been described as shabby chic, despite her often controversial fashion choices. Vanity Fair named her on its 2010 Best Dress list, and she was selected by Marc Jacobs to be the face of his Autumn/Winter 2011 advertising campaign. She has cited Vivienne Westwood and Marie Antoinette as her main style influences. Ancestry. Paternal. Bonham Carter's paternal grandparents were British Liberal politician Sir Maurice Bonham Carter and renowned politician and orator Violet Lady Asquith. Helena is descended on her father's side from John Bonham Carter, Member of Parliament for Portsmouth. Helena's paternal great-grandfather was H. Asquith, 1st Earl of Oxford and Prime Minister of Britain 1908 to 1916. She is the grandniece of Asquith's son, Anthony Asquith, legendary English director of such classics as Carrington v.C. and The Importance of Being Earnest, and a first cousin of the economist Adam Ridley. Bonham Carter is a distant cousin of actor Crispin Bonham Carter, and of politician Jane Bonham Carter. Other prominent distant relatives include Lothian Bonham Carter, who played first-class cricket for Hampshire, his son, Vice Admiral Stuart Bonham Carter, who served in the Royal Navy in both World Wars, and pioneering English nurse Florence Nightingale. Maternal. Her maternal grandfather, Spanish diplomat Eduardo Proper de Callejon, saved thousands of Jews from the Holocaust during World War II, for which he was recognized as righteous among the nations. He later served as minister-counselor at the Spanish Embassy in Washington, D.C. Her maternal grandmother, Baroness Helene Fold-Springer, was from an upper-class Jewish family. She was the daughter of Baron Eugene Fold-Springer and Marie Cecile von Springer. Helene Fold-Springer converted to Catholicism after World War II. Helene's sister was the French philanthropist Liliane de Rothschild, the wife of Baron Elie de Rothschild, of the prominent Rothschild family. Her other sister, Thérèse Fold-Springer, was the mother of British writer David Price Jones. Ancestry. Awards and nominations. Bonham Carter has been the recipient of a BAFTA Award, a Critics' Choice Movie Award and a Screen Actors Guild Award, as well as receiving further nominations for 2 Academy Awards, 7 Golden Globe Awards and 3 Primetime Emmy Awards. She has received other prestigious awards such as a Satellite Award and 2 National Board of Review Awards. Filmography. Film, television, theatre and radio credits.